Welcome to Jimmy Bowen and Friends, recorded live at the Nashville Troubadour Theatre in Music City, USA. Each week, Jimmy features special musical guests like John Schneider, T. Graham Brown, Exile, William Lee Golden, Riders in the Sky, and more. This week's guest is Billy Dean. Now here's your host and recording artist, Jimmy Bowen.
We've got an exciting night for you. This gentleman that's on with us tonight is a great singer, songwriter, and we've wanted him on the show for a couple of seasons, and his schedule just wouldn't work out, but it did this time. We have got the great Billy Dean with us tonight. You're going to enjoy Billy. He's a great artist, and we're going to love him. You guys stick with us, and we'll be right back after these commercials.
There's more Jimmy Bowen and Friends coming right after this.
Well, welcome back. This gentleman here, we've been trying to get him for the last couple of seasons, and we've done a couple things during the Christmas bus tour for kids.
Yep.
We've seen each other there and never been able to get it hooked up to come to the show, but I'm so glad he got time to take time out of his busy schedule and be with us. Please make welcome Mr. Singer-Songwriter Billy Dean.
Jimmy.
Man.
Hi, everybody.
I tell you what, I get choked up when people are taller than I am. So, but anyway, man, this is great. I'm so appreciative of you.
Thanks for having me, man.
Coming down here and sharing your talent. Such a great writer, and so with your writing, you've had 11 top 10s, right?
Yep.
11
Yep.
top 10s.
Yep.
That's got to feel great to a writer. I mean, just
Man, it's really great because I didn't come to town thinking as a songwriter. I came here thinking as a singer, and then I realized when I got to Nashville, a singer's got to have something to sing, like a song. And none of these great songwriters were going to give you their good stuff if you didn't have a record deal and all that. So I kind of had to force myself really to get into the songwriting. And then when I did, I fell in love with it. I didn't know if I was going to be any good at it. I never was like a very scholastic kind of a person, so a writer was a little more sophisticated for my brand. I was just an old honky-tonk singer, you know, but I fell in love with it, and now I couldn't live without it, you know?
Yeah. So what inspires you to write? You know, there's a lot of people have different hardships in their life, or just go sit out on the lake and they see something that kind of gives them a little idea. What inspires Billy Dean to write? Man,
I walk through everyday life viewing life as a songwriter. As I look for scenes, and I look for, like a buddy of mine, he got to keep his grandson for a whole week, and then I got to thinking about the day that he had to send his grandson back after a week of not having mom and dad around, and I said, buddy, you're going to need a handkerchief when you send him back. And I went, handkerchief? Oh, there's a song idea, you know? I said, I'll call you back. So yeah, that I just started, instead of just like scheduling to get in that mindset of writing, I just stay in that mindset 24/7. Right. I just look for real life things, real organic things, and that's what I look for. And sometimes it's an aha moment that I, like the handkerchief thing. It was kind of an aha moment. I'd never heard a song, a song where a handkerchief was like a metaphor for a life well lived. I hadn't heard that before, so I felt like, I need to write that. Yeah. So yeah, man, I just listen and look for songs.
That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. Well, tell us about the song you've got, "Somewhere in My Broken Heart." Now, you wrote
I did. Richard Leigh and I. Yeah. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Very special day. I was a new writer at EMI Music, and at EMI Music, they put me on the 3rd floor, which was the last place they had offices, and Chris Christopherson had all of his songwriting awards were stored up there on that level. I had to face that every day. I come into work. I had to go face those awards. It's helped me make it through the night. Bobby McGee, and I was like, man, I hope I can write one of these one day. And one day I came in, and a Hall of Fame songwriter now by the name of Richard Leigh, he'd written Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue, written some big hits, and he had a cancellation that day, and he said, man, would you like to write today? I had a cancellation, and there's a piano up on the 3rd floor, and I want to play a melody that nobody will probably write in this town. And of course I love melodies. We wrote that together, and I didn't realize until I finished writing that with him. We worked on it off and on for like a couple of months. It was a special melody, and the song lyric had to fall on the melody notes. We couldn't change that melody, so it was a hard song to write. But man, did I ever learn from one of the greats that day where the bar was. Yeah, and it went on to win the Academy of Country Music Song of the Year back in 1992.
That's great. Yes.
All of that stuff. So I have to come back and do that one next time. I didn't put that on my list today. I'm sorry.
Well, what are you going to do now for us?
Well, I thought I'd do Billy the Kid. A lot of people know me, you know.
I love that song.
All right. Keep it up.
You're going to love it. Give it up for it.
All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Billy. Go for it, dude.
All right, buddy. All right. Here's one for you. Low across my hips with 2 Colt 45s and them white plastic grips. I'd head west to our neighborhood, and they'd say, well, here comes young Billy, and he's up to no good, yeah. I rode a trail through the neighbor's backyard. They're shooting the bad guys through my handlebars. Known for my bravery, both far and near. Being late for supper was my only fear. I miss Billy such a thin line between right and wrong. I live and learn, I do the best I can, but there's only so much you can do as a man. I miss Billy the Kid, the times that he had, and the life that he lived. I guess he must have got caught, his innocence lost. I wonder where he is. I miss Billy the Kid. I miss Billy the Kid, the times that he had, and the life that he lived. I guess he must have got caught, his innocence lost, and I wonder where he is. I miss Billy the Kid. Yes! Thank you so much.
There's more Jimmy, Bowen and Friends coming right after this.
Billy, that was awesome.
Thank you, buddy.
Awesome,
Appreciate it.
dude.
Thank you.
I got to say this to you, and I want the audience to know, and everybody out there watching it, we want to extend a very, very thank you to you. This man is living, just found out, you're living in Florida.
Yes, yes.
He flew from Florida, got a hotel room, and just to come here to do this show.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, man. You bet. You bet.
There you go. That's a class act right there.
Thank you.
They don't do that. I think that's just awesome.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Awesome. I appreciate you so much and your talent and everything you've done in writing. It's just amazing.
Thank you, pal. Thank you.
Have you got any new music coming out here lately?
I do, actually. I'm celebrating 35 years this year in the music business, and I've been writing a lot. Had some songs cut up. Craig Morgan and Luke Combs put out a song I wrote with Craig a couple of years ago, and but I had been sitting on a lot of new songs. But then being 35 years in the business, we decided to go back to the very first album, the Young Man album, which had Somewhere in My Broken Heart and Only Here for a Little While. And kind of revisit that album. And I'll tell you, I hadn't really listened to that album in 35 years.
Yeah.
And because when you're done with an album, you are done with it, right? It's like singing that old Blackwater song.
Yeah,
when you're
done,
done,
when you're done, you're done.
you're done with it.
Yeah.
But reading reading the lyrics of Young Man and reading the lyrics, it's kind of printed out the lyrics of these songs that I've sung for 35 years, and they just reading the lyrics, it hit me differently. So decided to kind of reimagine some of the older songs and put in some of the newer songs with it. And so as a way to celebrate the 35 years of being in the business and being back out on the road and touring and everything.
That's
so
great.
yeah, man, I'm just glad I'm still glad I got my hair after 35 years. Are you kidding?
What you going to grace us with on this next song? Tell us about it. I heard during rehearsal and you did a great job on it, so tell us about it.
Thank you. The head of my record label and my producer was named Jimmy Bowen, the famous Jimmy Bowen. So, in honor of my buddy and a famous name now, my other buddy Jimmy Bowen right here, I'm going to do Yesterday, because I understand this show is seen all over the world, and I figured
we're very blessed with that.
Congratulations too, man.
Thank you.
So I thought this might be something for the international
Yeah,
community.
that'd be great.
All right, buddy.
Y'all welcome back Mr. Billy Dean.
Thank you, Jimmy. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it seems as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. suddenly I'm not half the man I used to be. And there's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. And why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. She had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
There's more Jimmy, Bowen and Friends coming right after this.
Well, thank you. What y'all think about Billy? It was awesome, wasn't he? Whew. Man, what a writer and a singer. Man, it was great for him to be here with us tonight. We're going to close the show tonight on a kind of an old country tune here, and we're going to say goodnight to you guys. Thanks for being with us, and we're going to catch you guys on the next show.
Down every road, there's always one more city. I'm on the run, the highway is my home. I've raised a lot of cane back in my younger days, while Mama used to pray my crops would fail. Now I'm a hunted fugitive with just 2 ways: outrun the law and spend my life in jail. I'd like to settle down, but they won't let me. A fugitive must be a rolling stone. Down every road, there's always one more city. I'm on the run, the highway is afford the luxury of having one I love to come along. She'll only slow me down and then catch up with me. For he who travels fastest goes alone. I'd like to settle down, but they won't let me. A fugitive must be a rolling stone. Down every road there's always one more city. I'm on the run, the highway is my home. I'm on the run, the highway is my home.
Thank you for joining us for Jimmy Bowen and Friends. Be sure to tune back in for more exciting new guests.